Hello everyone, welcome to another Pickups episode. This one is part 2 of November of 2022. Let's get started. The first thing that I found was this Sega Dreamcast that I found someone selling online for I think around 1,000 plus shipping. It wasn't tested, but I took a chance on it anyway because it was a really good price. It comes with 2 controllers, 2 of these memory things and a rumble pack along with these games. First there's Crazy Taxi. I've played the PS2 version of this game and that one is really fun. I've heard that the Dreamcast version is the superior one. Maybe it's just because it's on a Sega console, or maybe there is actually more content, I don't know yet. But I might keep this one instead of the PS2 version if that is the case. Then we have Daytona USA 2001. This one is missing the front, but the back is there. A lot of these are in not so great shape, hence why I'm missing the front, and stuff like this is possible, which is a shame. Then we have Grandia 2. This one is missing the back instead. Metropolis Street Racer is a prequel of sorts to the Gotham series on Xbox consoles. It's even made by the same team. Then we have 2 sports games, NBA and NHL 2K. I don't care much for these, so these are definitely going to be sold. We have a Sega Rally, if I can get it out. This one is missing a lot. The disc, this inlay or whatever you want to call it, and the front. Nothing here wants to stick together. There's barely even a case. Then we have Sonic Adventure, missing the front. If you open it up here, you can see the game itself is there. Sadly, a few of these games does not work. I've already tested it, and this is one of them, along with Grandia 2, which is a real shame, as those are some of the more expensive ones. Then we have Soul Calibur 2. I don't remember if this one worked or not, but I don't really care because it's a fighting game and I don't care about those. Same thing with Virtua Fighter. We have Virtua Tennis, a sports game, and I don't care about that. Then we have all the loose games which are put in this Blu-ray thing. There's Crazy Taxi 2, Red Dog Superior Firepower, another copy of Sega Rally, there's 2 of them, Star Wars game, and UEFA Striker, which did actually have the front. And that was it. It did include a power cable, but something I had completely missed when I first bought it was that it didn't include a video cable of any kind, hence why it was untested. I had to buy one for myself, and that is in the corner how much that was. That was expensive. But it is an RGB cable, so it's the best quality you can get. Next up was this stack of games that I got off someone locally, who put up a listing of a bunch of different games and just told people to make an offer. And I made an offer of 400 for this stack, which he initially declined, but then later just said, what the heck, let's just get rid of it. So I got all of this for 400, and it's in very good condition, most of it. First we have a loose copy of Wii Sports Resort. I will put this in a case immediately after filming this, don't you worry. And then we have I think this was the French one. This is a French copy of Mario Galaxy 2 in great shape. And along that came the DVD, which I wanted to keep. This one, I didn't know it would be like this, but it's sealed. So I'll probably sell this and just find a open one at some point. Or maybe keep this one till I find the opened one. I don't know yet. Then we have the first Mario Galaxy. This is the Swedish/Danish version. I have no idea why this one was the French one, but anyways. She was selling all of this for her daughter, who apparently had a GameCube. I asked if they still had that. She didn't know, but she wrote down my phone number in case she ever found it. So I really hope they find it and I get that GameCube for cheap. That would be nice. Anyway, there was a copy of Smash Brothers and Star Wars Jedi Outcast. And that was it, at least I initially thought. But when I was there, it was just one more GameCube game on top of these 2. I knew they had it, but I wasn't interested for obvious reasons. But she offered it to me for free because she could tell that FIFA games weren't really worth anything, because she had looked up some of these. I'm honestly a little surprised that she decided to sell them for 400 since she had looked them up. Anyway, next up I had a pickup from a local collector. I had found 2 games that he was selling, both for 45, but I got them both for 80, which is not really a good deal, but I wanted both of them really bad. The first here was a Ratchet and Clank game for PS3, and I love this series, so this was a must buy, especially because some of them can be a bit expensive on PS3. And the other one was Pirates of the Caribbean on Wii. Now, I don't really care for Pirates of the Caribbean, so why did I buy this? Well, this is simply because I had a friend back in the day who played this with her older brother a lot. Specifically, the Wii version was what they had. I've had the PS3 version before, but sold it because I wanted the Wii version before I really dived deep into the game. Then while I was there, he let me take a look through his games and see if there was something that I wanted to buy. Not everything was for sale, but a lot of it was for the right price. I ended finding this one, which I got for 100. Which is a good price because usually they're 175 and up. Sadly, it's the Nintendo Select version, but it's still much better than the one I already have. Because I already have this game, but that's the one without the DLC, and mine is kind of broken and very rarely wants to start. This one is in nice condition, so that's a definite upgrade. I had 2 different local pickups lined up for that evening, and first I went to the other guy where I got those 3 games you just saw, and then afterwards I went to someone who was selling this copy of Star Fox Adventures. Now, have you seen those horrifying images of people's basically hoarder homes that you can find online? I think it was probably that if he even dared to turn on the light. This thing just reeks. It feels kinda sticky. It smells. I don't even like touching it. But yeah, he had been collecting for years, as he told me, and was very proud of it. And the only thing that was running through my mind was, oh my god, somebody go save that Sega CD and 32X that he's talking about rotting away someplace in that house. But I saved this one. It's complete and the disc is decent. I got it for 75, which is a decent price for a complete copy, but maybe that's about what it's worth. For a copy in this condition. But you don't see GameCube games very often, and this one was local and fairly cheap, so why not? I went and bought it. Then I was at a thrift store where I found nothing. Except out at the front there was some glass cases where I found these 2 relics from the past. First there was this game converter for the NES. I got it at market value at 100. But it was worth it because I've been looking for one for a while, because I have earlier bought a British NES game that won't work on my PAL B NES. But with this thing it actually will work now. And then there was this all-in-one Super King 4 238 game. Rolls right off the tongue. This was 55 and it is a complete old LCD game. I have never been this excited to be disappointed. I mostly just bought it because it has this really cool box and a terrible name, and the box is actually in nice condition for the age, however old this is. I'm guessing 90s, but I could be wrong. And now for the last pickup of this month. This was a Facebook auction that I won. One guy put up a different bunch of things for auction and I won 2 of them, which was this Atari 2600 Junior and this Philips Video Pack G7000, which you might know as the Magnavox Odyssey 2 if you live in North America. None of these were sold as tested because they did not have power supplies. This might be a little bit cheating because this power supply I actually got in December, not November. I think it was December 1st. But it would be really weird to start off the December episode with a power supply. So it's going in this episode. Yeah, this one is for the Atari, and it is homemade, but it's the same specifications as the original, so it works just fine. So I found out that the Atari works just fine, and it includes these two games. It didn't have controllers either, but I can use the ones from a Mega Drive or Master System, and it didn't have a video cable, but I also have a ton of those. Now for the 70,000 here, I didn't know it when I bid on it, but that uses a very specific power supply. I can't even find the specifications online, and even if I could, I couldn't make a homemade one because it uses a very weird connector. So I'm gonna have to find an official one. This one came with a single game only, but this one was complete with the really weird box and the manual serving as cover art. It's number 29, called Dam Buster or Sprængdæmning. Of course it came with two controllers, as those are built in. Quite hard to sell separately. I don't remember exactly what it told to. It was something with 200, and it will be in the corner. Anyway, see you in December.